Hey everyone, Chris here. I just wanted to make another video. I guess you could call this part 2 of my review and what I did so far with the miniatures.com room box. So, as I said, it comes in a really nice small box. It's pretty easy to navigate and so forth. So, what I did was I put the 3 walls together and I glued everything. But before I did that, what I really wanted to do was I had seen so many photos online of old doll houses. One in particular was a toy company called Tiny Toy. And Tiny Toy, which is a couple of the pieces that I already have in here, and I'm going to get a couple more there on order. But many of the parlors or living rooms that they had in their, that they would demonstrate had murals on the wall. And I really wanted a mural on the wall. So what I did was, let me come bring you closer. I actually went, with the help of my sister, and I actually put a nice mural that we had sort of sketched out in our mind on the wall. And what I did was I actually took border. Now I'm not done because there's a little bit of part here that I need to do. It's all a work in progress, but I put a little border. I measured it about 3.5 inches from the floor. I chose some acrylic paint at Michael's, which is a craft shop, and this was the end result. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to show you, because only so much of the mural is visible because of the fireplace that I have. But I actually didn't put the fireplace in permanent. It's actually movable is what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to take out a couple of the little pieces of furniture. That's a Tiny Toy table. Pretty cool. And this is a Tiny Toy clock, pretty cool too. And if you see, as I bring this over, you can see the rest of the mural that we were working on. I'm gonna bring the camera closer. And I decided to go with the more Asian-ish motif. Looks like a Japanese Asian garden with the little pagoda and all the little flowers. And I let them, continue throughout the room. And it looks just awesome. And the reason I'm actually showing everyone this is not because I want you to say, oh, look what I did. But no, it's more about when you get this, you don't have to just get wallpaper or just color it one color. There's so much more that you can do to it. Another thing, as I was saying a little earlier in the previous video, is a lot of the room boxes that I'm seeing online are actually not, they don't have a roof or a ceiling or anything that obstructs here. And what's really interesting from my perspective, of course everyone's different, is that it gives you more space here, more ability to move things and to actually really interact with the room box. And it lets you move things much more nicely. And also because we have great light in our condo, that allows that too. But it really actually just looks neat. But one of the ideas that I came up with to help frame it, which I'm not done with yet, but to help frame it, is the little border that I purchased on miniatures.com. I actually took, and I'm going to bring you closer again, I know, going on a ride. I actually put it on top here. I'm going to order more, and I'm going to put it here, 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 and on the bottom. And that'll frame it. That'll really frame the actual room box. And again, as I've stated a couple times, I don't want to, I don't have a lot of money to spend on this, but what I personally feel is that I only spent maybe $60, $70, which sounds like a lot of money, but if you think about it, like maybe $50, $60, 70 maybe, on the actual room itself. But it allows me to then acquire really good quality antique dollhouse furniture, in this case Tiny Toy. So having said that, I'm going to continue with another aspect of the room that I did. So I decided to stain the floor. And I just want to say that when you stain the floor, be really careful. It took literally 2 or 3 days to dry because I had put so much varnish on there because I wanted really dark floors because I just think they look absolutely wonderful. The other thing that I wanted to mention is I actually purchased the door insert. I'm going to bring you closer again. Thank you. And what's really cool about the door insert is I varnished it with the same varnish so it all matches relatively. But not only that, I actually sanded this part of the door to give it just a little bit of an older look. And that's not included in the room box, but I did buy it extra, and it's worth every penny because the inside trim comes with it. But what I then did was I bought this pediment. I bought 2 pieces of the same pediment because with the tiny toy, it's more of a colonial look that they're going for. And this actually just really adds a real nice touch. And I'm going to put you on the side here just so you could see that it's not exactly that thick into the room. It doesn't really take away from the actual dimension of the room, but it gives it just a really fun, whimsical, really like architecturally pleasing look of to the eye when you're in the room. So let me just come back again. Oops, sorry. Just bring you back here. And you know, most of my videos are about traveling, so this is the first video that I'm doing about miniatures. I've been interested in miniatures off and on for, you know, ever since I was a little kid. I built doll houses out of these kinds of kits. And just as an adult, what I'm discovering is that it's just so much fun. There's no rush. There's no right or wrong. There have been several points where I had to paint over certain parts because I didn't like how they turned out. It is whatever you like to do. And again, if wallpaper is your thing, beautiful. If you're going for accuracy and detail, beautiful. I am not. I'm going more for the fun of it. But when it's all coming together, it's just so much fun. You take your little furniture here, and I just wanted to say, you know, these are the first videos that I'm doing on this whole thing because this is the first time that I've as an adult ventured into this whole hobby. But what I want to say is I'm going to probably be doing a couple more just on other ideas that I come across or that I think of, and I'm glad I can share this with you. I wanted to talk about one other thing though, and then I'll show you something else. So as I put on a book right now, but so easier, it spins more easily. But here's the, like I call front. And again, this is the door. And with miniatures.com, I bought the little knocker. Again, remember I said I bought the 2 pediments, so they look really nice. And I bought the little doorknob. And it's really cool because, you see, go into the room, there you go. So I plan on sanding down just a couple tiny parts where the paint isn't actually combining or blending, if you will. The next thing I'm going to do is I have an idea to put some feet on the bottom of this because that's something else that I've seen that antique dollhouse room boxes have. So again, I'm trying to emulate that. But if you give me 1 second, I'm going to go ahead and light this up and let you see how it looks. Again, I'm using a Train power pack to do this. Oh, this is just this little side thing. For the front, I bought this little snow tree. It's not Christmas anymore. Actually, I got this for Hanukkah, to be honest. But next year for Christmas, Hanukkah, all that whole schmear, I'm gonna go ahead and decorate with some beautiful antique glass ornaments that I found on eBay. But that's another story for another day. So let me just go ahead and power this up, and I'll dim the light in the living room so you can see it. And it's just so cool. There's one of my wires. There's the chandelier. And let me turn off the light. There you go. See? Isn't that just fun? Oh, you can still see me good. We're having a nice light here in this afternoon. So that's a little light in the little room box. So again, my name is Christopher. I'll post my email address. You can ask me questions. I could also refer you to the woman that I'm dealing with when it comes time to acquiring the antique dollhouse furniture. It's not cheap, but the quality, for me, it's more about the quality of the furniture and the accessories. And so what I'm gonna do before I let you go is I'm just gonna come and bring you a little closer, close up, and just show you my room box. And I'm so proud of it so far. There's a little plate. That little ballerina my great-great-aunt used to have. I bought that little frame picture when I went to Russia. That's a tiny toy fireplace. I got that little llama when I was in Peru. Let's see. That mirror's tiny toy. I've had that tea set forever. And that little silver box was from an old friend of mine. She just passed away last year and she left that to me. I love it. The desk and chair, they're going to be replaced because they're just sort of mediocre quality. But for now, they're kind of fun. And just to let you gaze on the room. So again, my name is Christopher. And I'll be doing some more videos just showing you different ideas. And as I get furniture, you'll probably see me post more setups that I have on the roombox. Okay? Till later. My name is Christopher, as I've said several times in this video. And I just want to thank you. And if you've stayed on this long, stay tuned. Okay? Take care. Cheers. Bye.